be consistent, and be on video. You can do that, you can like crush probably half of your competition.
Learning from your mistakes is the most important thing.
True definition of fear is false evidence appearing real.
To make sure that I become that person.
I could be the start of your doors opening. You can't go wrong.
Simplify it.
It's pivoting.
How to get that number right.
That's my inspiration.
We just kept going.
It's just different.
I really feel like it's a God idea.
Man, you want to buy the right one.
You all really have more money than you think.
The direct to pay the most.
And to look yourself in the mirror.
And push yourself forward.
You still have the opportunity.
The biggest thing that's going to hold investors back is mindset.
First of all, it's the man. That's like what I'm looking for.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dean Umstead, host of the RNG radio show. Listen, I am just excited as far as how this podcast is just growing. Of course, I'm reaching folks in the States, but today my guest comes from Kenya. So before we get into it, you know what I got to do. I got to run through the bio. So his journey has been shaped by deep reflection, intentional action, and a hunger to constantly evolve. Journey guided by questions that challenge, refine, and define his path. He is a driven, impact-oriented, and unapologetically ambitious young professional with a sharp edge in data analysis, leadership, and community transformation. As a certified data analyst from the University of Nairobi, he is fueled by unshakable passion for growth, excellence, and meaningful change. He has guided, inspired, and empowered others through roles such as deacon at Orero Boys High School, where he has promoted unity, discipline, and moral strength. Along the way, he has earned recognition, including the Best Economics Presentation Award back in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I got all the way from Kenya, CEO Collins. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. Very, very great.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Listen, I'm so excited because we've already connected, prior to, of course, coming on the show here today. Talk to me as far as, where you're currently at in your journey right now, and what do you even see for yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, thank you very much. In the next 5 years, I see myself as someone who has really improved in growth, someone who has really aspired to higher ranks, someone who can be a role model to someone. Of course, I'm a role model to someone already currently, but someone who can be a role model to a huger family out there. Yeah. And I see myself somewhere better, somewhere inspiring, and somewhere everyone in the world would wish to be. And that is successful person.
I appreciate that, man. I value that.
Successful person.
Yeah, no, I love that. Love that. Awesome.
Yeah.
If you could get in a time machine, and go back, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Being committed, motivated, and focused.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And how do you balance? Because we talked about a few things that's in your background. How do you pretty much balance your priorities, and passions while facing problems?
One of the best ways that I used to balance my priorities is by creating schedules for every activity that I engage myself in. For example, you'll find myself creating a weekly schedule or a monthly schedule. So maybe a monthly schedule, I will just highlight on what will be done during the weeks. Then on the personal weekly schedule now, I will schedule on how I will operate. I'll highlight the most important ones and the less important ones. Then in terms, maybe you find that my activities are inclusive, like these activities is yet to happen and another one is yet to happen at the same time, different places. So I'll just try and weigh the most important one and the other one. Of course, all of them will be important, but the one with a greater percentage of effectiveness compared to the other one. So I'll choose the other one over the other one. That is one of the values that I use so that I may balance that. Then also just being disciplined and staying focused, because once you are focused and disciplined, you'll always know the right thing to do and you'll always know what to do right. Yeah, and your instincts will never lie to you. So you should always trust your instincts, and you just find yourself at the correct place. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm even taking advice for myself because in addition to the podcast, I've got other things going on. So, creating that part-time schedule, if you will, as if your passion was a job in itself. I just even love that for myself. So thank you. If anybody didn't get it, I definitely got it today. Um, we talked about as far as, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? My other question to that, though, what drives your ambition every single day? I'm pretty sure not every day you're waking up 1000% focused, 1000%, thinking about success. What keeps your ambition, strong on a daily basis?
One of the things that keep my ambition strong is my mentors. I have two mentors. One is based in the United States and the other one is based in Kenya. So you find that most of the time, these people usually track my steps in terms of my activities, in terms of my social platforms, in terms of whatever that I'm doing. Like, they're always on track. So they're the number one thing that always keep me focused and always keep me going, because they always encourage me, they always motivate me, they always influence me, tell me do this is the best thing, don't do this is not the best thing. So you find that in that way, they usually make me get focused and do the right thing. Then the second thing that usually keep me focused is just, you not wake up motivated, you not wake up having the energy to go, but I will wake up knowing that there's something back there that need to be rectified. Even though how hard it might be, I'll always push myself, because I know that if I don't do this, who will do it? I just have to do it. Because when I don't do it, no one will do it. When I don't rectify my academic history, no one will come do it for me. When I don't pass my exams, no one will come do it for me. It is up to me, and I'm there alone. No one is there to support, no one is there to do it for me. But they will be there to cheer me up, they will be there to encourage me, they'll be there to motivate me, but they cannot be with me in an exam room, they cannot be with me when I'm doing any other thing, even when I'm traveling. I usually pray because I'm a religious person, so that I may ask God for the guidance and the protection. So if I don't pray, no one will do it for me. So it is always you versus you, and just believing that it is you. Apart from that, I'm staying focused. So that's one of the ways that you find that they keep me going, they motivate me. Having my mentors, two of them, one based in the United States and another one based in Kenya. So those guys always keeps me going. They always guide me, they always motivate me, they always rectify me when I do this wrong, when I do this right. They are always there for me, and they're always there to guide me. So you find that having been tracked always and on a daily basis, you find that I usually have no option, because when I do this, which is a negative thing, I will be in a hot soup, and I will have to face the music. To mean I will have to face the punishment. So I usually just find myself doing the right thing and doing the correct thing. Then another thing that usually keeps me going is waking up there knowing that even though it might not be easy, even though it might be hard, even though I might not have the courage or the energy to do a thing at the beginning of the day, I just usually go back and think, maybe for some seconds, and just recognize myself, telling myself who will do it for me if I don't do it, who will do my work at the office if I don't do it,
Right.
Who will do my work at the field if I don't do it, who will do my work at the studies if I don't do it. So I just have to do it, because no one is there to save me. It is me versus me. And every human being is egocentric in nature. And every human being always on a 95% percentage, not always just have value for themselves. Like they're always just, they're always, how can I put it? They're always amazed on themselves. Like you find that the problem that you have might not really stress them. What will be really stressing them is their own problems and how they are going to do it, how they are going to succeed. So you find that you, on a daily basis, you find that when you try to depend on others too much, you'll be a burden to them. And for you not to be a burden to them, you just have to depend yourself. Let them just be supplementary and be supplements, because I cannot keep being lazy every day, telling my colleague to represent me at the workplace today, tomorrow, maybe if not tomorrow, a few days passes by, I tell my colleague again, I'll be committed somewhere, represent me at the workplace, and then another few days passes, you then tell him again. So you find that even though you might be friends, you might be understanding each other, at the end of the day, you'll be a burden to the person. And at the end of the day, you'll fail. So you just have to be you. You just have to be genuine to yourself. Just motivate yourself, and the energy will come. Because if you don't do it, no one will do it for you. And the last reason and the third reason why third reason that keeps me going always is that there's a generation out there depending on me. There's a generation out there focused on me. I have my children. I told you I'm operating a foundation. If I don't succeed myself, how will I mentor someone down there? How will I mentor a kid? Because they will keep asking themselves, if our mentor, if our guider himself is a failure, how is this expecting us to pass or do what he wants us to do? So I find that by default, I just have to push myself, to motivate myself, just to keep myself going, because if I don't do it, no one will do it for me. If I don't do it, no one will represent me, even in my organization. Because I'm the founder, I'm the chief leader, I believe that I will keep going and always stay motivated, not in negative, in the coming future, and in the coming days, and in the coming years. Thank you.
Yeah, no, Collins, I greatly appreciate that, man. I think the biggest thing for me, because all I was thinking about was folks saying like, hey, well, I don't have a mentor, or it's tough to pray. At the end of the day, what you pointed out, saying it's me versus me, sets the tone, for anybody, no matter what their background, no matter their religion, no matter if they've got mentors or not. It's always going to be me versus me. So thank you so much for that part. With your job, I know it comes with being out in the community, networking, talking with people. What do you enjoy most about networking?
One of the things that I enjoy most about networking is that it opens doors to great opportunities, and it opens doors to greater impacts. Because when I network, I interact with different individuals, different companies, different partners, and you find that I enjoy it most. Why? Because of when I'm in an event, when I go up there in an event, maybe it is a panel or just an event. At the end of the day, I'll meet the different companies out there marketing themselves. I'll be able to talk to them. I'll be able to approach them, exchange ideas, and even at the end of the day, exchange the business cards. So when I exchange the ideas and the business cards with the companies, at the end of the day, I find that I'm able to interact with them. Maybe it is a company related to charity works. You understand? And me, I have a foundation for supporting orphans and doing the charity thing at the same time. You get it? So I find that maybe you have interacted and we have exchanged the networks. So you find that at the end of the day, we we end up being partners. I will support them when I am able to, or when they need me in support somewhere where I'm capable of doing. And they will always also support me when I'm in need of something or want to do something. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation and every party goes home happy. So that's one of the things that always makes me proud, because if I don't express myself, uh, my voice will not be heard. Because as an individual and as a human being, um, according to our Constitution of Kenya, there's a chapter that states that I have the right to speak in our 2010 Constitution. So I always believe that I have the right to speak and I should speak and express myself, because I was given the mouth to speak, I was given the mouth to express myself, I was given the opportunity wherever that I went to network with the people so that I may be seen, I may be visible, I may be known. So there's usually no need of not expressing yourself and interacting with people. Uh, some opportunities even comes to us because you find a very impactful person in the society or in a company or just anywhere in the world, maybe a big leader. And that's the only opportunity or that's the only chance you have to interact with them. So you just have to network with them, have to know them, have to be familiar with them so that they may help you somewhere. Even our politicians, our leaders, you find that they are your leaders, yes, but you cannot access them on a daily basis. Or for you to have to access them, it is really tiresome and tedious work. So maybe it is an event, it was a launch of something, and they have attended. So you find that that's the only place that you'll meet the person without creating an appointment, without creating any network, without making any calls, any email requesting to see them, and free of charge also, no wastage of transport, no wastage of what. You just have to approach them and tell them maybe you have a problem that has been ailing you for generations or for months. You have to express yourself to them so that they may know that someone out there is really in need, someone out there really needs this to do. And that is my role as a leader, that's my role as a politician, and I need to help them. So you find that through that, your views will be heard, um, your problems will be heard, and even the positive impacts that you have, maybe it is a compliment or something to keep them going, it will keep them going, and they will, at the end of the day, they will be happy and be able to do more good things for you as your leader. So that's the greatest weapon of networking. Also, networking, I love it because it makes me be able to practice and to be fluent and to appear professional, because I will interact with professional people, professional leaders, professional individuals. So I'll not just go to them and start talking to them and expressing myself with my local language or maybe my local appearance. I just have to appear professional, and even if I do not meet the standard, I have to appear like I meet the standards. I usually apply to this. And one of the laws inside there says that act like a king to be treated as one. So when I meet a person of a higher rank than me through networking, I have to behave, I have to practice like I have the same rank with him, or I even have a higher rank with him. So I will network with someone, then yes, the person is of a higher rank than me, very big person, but in the perspective that I will interact with them, they will not recognize that I'm just a minor person back there in the society. They'll question themselves, asking themselves, who is this guy? This guy seems so professional. This guy seems such a good leader. So you find that through that, I will be attracting that attention. Even if okay, an example is that maybe the person is of a higher age or is in his 70s or 60s or 50s. But me, I'm just a young individual in my 20s. So obviously, maybe he's leading a very big organization or company. So obviously, we cannot be of the same ranks. And I cannot be any place near him. but I will interact with the person in such a way that he will question himself. He'll be surprised, like uh, he'll just be amazed because I will do it perfectly. I will do it professionally, and I will do it in a way that admires anyone out there. And at the end of the day, the person will try reaching out back, wanting to know more or wanting to know more about me, and obviously wanting us to maybe partner, maybe do something good, because as I said that every human being is egocentric in nature, the person will reach out wanting something to something. I give you something, you give me something. Maybe he wants me to do something for him, I do something for him. He does something for me back. So that's one of the greatest weapons of networking, because if you just stay silent there, you don't speak out, you don't express yourself, no one will notice you, no one will admire you, and you'll just end up being a normal person. And me, I believe and I know that I'm not just a normal person out there. I'm a person with visions, I'm a person with missions that I have to accomplish in life as long as I'm still alive. And I just have to network, uh, develop myself, eh, sharpen my skills, and just make the perfect out of me. Yeah. So I highly encourage each and every person to always network. When you go for an event, when you meet with those individuals, when you go for any launch and you have given the podium to speak, you just do your best, just express your best, because some opportunity comes once and they never come again. So once beaten, twice shy, you just have to do it, or you might regret the moment for the rest of your life. Maybe it was a life transforming opportunity and you wasted it. And the moment that you'll come to realize that you wasted the opportunity, it will be one of the regrets and the most regretting moments in your life. Like you can never forget it, because I've experienced it. I've met very, very influential people, very big people who might be able to transform me in one way or the other, but I was not able to express myself to them, to network with them, to share opportunities and ideas with them. And at the end of the day, I come to realize that, this person, I could have done this with him the moment I have the opportunity to meet him, and I did not do it. And it will just hurt you. It will be haunting you. Like, you'll not be proud of it. So to avoid it, you just always have to do the right thing. You just always have to network. And at the end of the day, you always have a smile on your face and you are always happy. Yeah. So thank you very much. And that is what I have for networking. And anyone who is motivated and always out there doing networks and networking with people, just a big kudos to them, because it's not a easy work. You'll meet some people who have very negative attitude, or who have attitude. So you'll do your best, you do your best, they just show you the negative attitude. So you just have to keep going. You just have to push yourself. Just try to be motivated, even though the person might be showing you attitudes, so that at the end of the day, you just accomplish your mission and whatever that you wanted to do. Yeah. So it's never easy, but we just have to do it. We just have to express ourselves, because that is where the power lies. So thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely, CEO Collins. Thank you. Just for that breakdown. I'm just taking notes as you're going along. And what I pulled from is that you just never know. Folks get out here, and you brought something up about, Kenya's constitution, that you have a right to speak. Of course, in the United States, that's the first amendment, that you have the freedom of speech. So, and a lot of people don't take full advantage of it out in the States as they should. So, and even I love your perspective and take on, dealing with negative folks. If anything, it's an opportunity where folks can show their true colors, which is truly, truly beneficial, because it allows you to realize like how you keep going in life. So I appreciate the breakdown. It's really, truly inspirational. My next question, is there a principle that you never compromise on, that you stick to wholeheartedly, to yourself?
I never compromise on, I can say, integrity. because they usually say this, because I'm a Christian. We are usually told that whatever you do in darkness, whatever you do when no one is seeing you, God is always out there seeing you. God is always there watching you. So that is on the Christianity perspective, and the beliefs. So being a Christian, I usually believe in it. I usually believe that I might be alone in a room. I might be alone in a dark place. I might be doing something. No human being is seeing me. No person is seeing me. Just me and the nature itself. But there's always someone there out seeing me. So I just always have to apply this principle of integrity, and I will never want to compromise on it, because even when no one is watching, especially when dealing with self-doubt and criticism, you just have to stay on yourself. You just have to believe in yourself, because you just have to apply the principle of integrity. Even when no one is watching, you get the point. Like, just always do the right thing, even when no one is watching you. You just always do that, because it is one of the things that will keep you going. When you wake up early in the morning, no one there is okay. When I wake up early in the morning at my early hours, I usually do wake up at around 3 or 2. No one is watching me. My mentors are not there to guide me or to tell me to do this when I wake up. They are always not there to tell me that I wake up, because it is upon me. They are not watching me. Even all those who maybe I am mentoring are not there to watch me. They are not there to see me. It is usually up to me and up to myself. So I just have to apply the principle of integrity, stay true to myself, believe in myself, and just do the right thing, even no one is watching. Yeah, the same always applies to. I can give a practical example with bribery.
Yes, please.
Bribery. For example, you go to an office. They were hiring a person for a position, and you find that the hiring manager, which is the HR, will want you to maybe give something uh, in return. Maybe it is a specific amount of money for you to get the opportunity. In our society, I believe that it is really a bad perspective and a bad approach for those leading in those positions, because I believe, why will I pay the hiring manager a bribe fee for me to get the position? Yet I have struggled my entire life to be at that position. Uh, since I was young, maybe I went to those early preschools, I went to the high schools, uh, I went and did my certificates, I did my degrees. I struggle with all those because it's not an easy journey, and I get the merits, better and better grades, cleaner certificates, which are highly recommended. Then I go for the opportunity. I've done my best. I've branded myself well in terms of personal branding. I've carried my certificates. Then when I go to the office, I present my certificates. They are good. All the documents are better. Uh, I'm supposed to be given the opportunity. When we view, maybe on when I compare myself to the other people's resumes or CVs, you find that maybe you are the best out of the best in that cluster in terms of the selection. But the hiring manager has already decided that for you to get this opportunity, you have to bribe. You have to give me this amount of money, or you have to give me this in return. Maybe it is a favor. Maybe it's a favor that if you get into this position, you always have to do me this and this. You just have to stay by integrity principle, because you are out there yourself. Even if you are the hiring manager doing that, you are out there yourself. Remember that that person has really struggled, that person has really gone through a lot in his entire life, then you have to hinder his dreams or his possibility of getting a job, which might transform the person. Maybe the background is not that good. Then you tell the person, you should buy me to do this. Maybe the person is not able to afford that, and that was the only opportunity that he had. At the end of the day, you have let someone down. At the end of the day, you have failed a generation. What if that person was the person who was to transform a generation? Maybe that was the only opportunity in a lifetime that the person had, and you have to compel the person to do such a thing. At the end of the day, it is a failure. And even to the person asking for the bribe, at the end of the day, it's a failure because uh, in one way or the other, you lower your self-esteem. You'll feel the negativity at some point, even though you'll feel the negativity and then you take it for granted. You say, that was just a by the way, it has come and it has passed, but a negativity is a negativity, and indiscipline is an indiscipline, and nothing will change it. So you just have to stay by the principle of integrity. Be honest to yourself, even when no one is watching you. Uh, just be honest. Even in the schools, in the exam rooms, uh, schools mostly apply this motto that integrity. There's most schools in Kenya use it as a motto, even though they might add other words in it, but it is usually inside the motto, integrity. So you find that even if it's a national examination, the school has to abide by integrity. Yes, the principal or the head teachers of the schools might want to excel and to be seen on higher ranks in the nation. But even when no supervision is being done from the Ministry of Education, the school should always just stay on integrity, and that is in terms of national examinations. They should just stay on integrity because that is their motto and they believe in that. You'll want to excel, but you should excel through cleaner ways and cleaner means. So that was just a case study. And back to me, I can say that integrity is one of the principles that always keeps me going. And I never want to compromise on it, because once I compromise on it, I feel a failure to myself. I feel it always wants me in short. So that is it. And I highly recommend integrity as a principle and as a core value to always abide with.
Awesome. Beautiful and awesome, man. Thank you so much. As we're wrapping up the interview today, one of my final questions I have for you, how has failure taught you your biggest life lesson?
Failure showed me that growth is not instant. Personal growth is not always instant. You always have to keep growing. You always have to keep being consistent. Uh, it all Failure also always shows me that by being consistent, you always have to do the hard work. You always have to keep yourself motivated, because success is built through pain, patience, persistence, calm rain, and storm, and you have to do it because we are in a generation where growth is persistent in terms of artificial intelligence, in terms of various perspectives, in terms of mentality, because you find that even the children of today, at a younger age, as early as 10 or 5, you find that the mentality that they run is over it is over higher IQ than you expect. You'll find a 10-year-old child having an IQ of a grown-up person, and you'll wonder how is it possible? It is because of development that we are in. And that takes me back to what I was explaining. Our generation is of consistent development, meaning that various inventions are being made, various principles are being made, new books are being written by authors, uh, New companies are being brought up by different individuals who are motivated. And you find that at the end of the day, not all of them are usually a success. If it was an invention, at the end of the day, you find that they tried the first time, it was a failure. They tried the second time, it was a failure. They tried the third time, it was a success. So that is development. And I believe that as we continue growing, not everything that we do will always be a success. Not everything that I do will always be a success. Not every activity that I lay my hand on will always be a success. There must be a failure by default. But I'm not saying that we have to fail. I'm saying that I will not always want to fail. I will always do my best. Just that failure doesn't always announce itself that you have to fail. You might go for a job interview, you do your best, but you might keep yourself motivated that, you know what, I'm going to do it, I'm going to win. Little did you know that maybe already the position is already given to someone, maybe through the bribery and the integrity aspect, it was not valued. So someone who is even not qualified for the job will end up getting the job. But you know, you'll keep yourself in mind that I deserve this, you are just waiting for the appointment letter. So in such case, you'll find that the failure will come by default. Obviously, you'll feel disappointed, you'll feel a failure, but you just have to keep going. When you are at school, students usually fail. If it is a unit, you'll have to do the exam after studying, which everyone does. Then after that, the results will come out. Not everyone will pass. People will have different ranks, different grades. Not everyone will pass. And after that, the school usually values such people and gives them a period of time, then announces a date for supplementary exam. So if you failed, you have to do the supplementary exam so that you may get a better grade. So for instance, you failed, you did the supplementary exam, but you still failed. The school will give you another opportunity for a retake. And for the retake, you'll have to go back to the course study again. The supplementary is usually done without going back to the course study. Okay, they're usually done, the exams are usually done at the end of the semester or at the end of the academic year. So you do the exam, then you go for your holiday, right? So after the holiday, during the holiday, the results will come out and you'll see. So if you have failed, you'll know that you have failed. So after the holiday, people will reopen. So find that the first week of reopening, they usually that vacancy for doing the supplementary exams. So if you failed, you are notified early enough during the holiday. You should prepare yourself. You should read the notes that you already have so that when you come to school, you just do the exam and you proceed to the next level. But when you fail the supplementary exam, now you have to do a retake. A retake means that you have to go back to the previous academic year. You do it, then do the retake. Like you just have to go back to the coursework and be taught again. So if it is a failure, you just have to go back again and do it until the day that you pass. So that gives us the consistency. So you just have to be consistent, and through that you find that there is pain. No one is usually happy failing. There is pain, but if you continue being persistent, if you continue being patient and motivated, at the end of the day, you find that you pass. So to me, that is usually a bigger life lesson because it applies everywhere, be it in life, be it in curricular activities, be it in the corporate world, be it in the workplace, just anywhere it applies because everywhere there is a failure. But we will always not want to be failures, but we'll try our best to be perfect. So I can say that For you not to fail, you just have to be consistent, you have to be patient, and you have to be persistent, and you have to be ready for pain, because pain is usually there. It is usually the leading mother for failure. Pain is usually there. You have to endure it. And I believe that the pain is usually what makes you succeed. Because when you succeed, okay, the pain will make you be hurt. Pain will make you question yourself. And it is that pain that will make you succeed, because it will make you be serious, be motivated. So failure is usually not a good thing. It is usually not something to be proud of or brag of, but we usually try our best to avoid it, and we usually try our best to achieve our best. Just that it is one of the biggest life lessons, and it can give you a very good character development. If you are not keen, or for those who are keen, it is one of the best character development. And I can say that failure is also a good thing, because through the failure, we get to be perfect, because we go back and do the thing to our best. If it was an invention, we failed, but we'll go back there, be serious than we are, rectify the parts that we are, and just do it perfect. If it was a book that I was writing, maybe I'm an author, I'll go back there, write even a more interesting thing than ever before. And at the end of the day, the book will be an award winner. So failure always makes us to make the perfect out of ourselves. At the end of the day, we even beat or we even surpass those who are earlier in front of us because of the pain. So we have to go through it. Every successful person out there, there's always a failure. They are never perfect. But it is because of the failure and the pain that usually keeps them going. No one is ever successful without failure. So it keeps us going, it keeps us motivated, and we should just usually try to avoid it, even though it comes by default. We should just usually try avoiding it and do our best, because hard work at the end of the day will eventually pay. So that was it, and I believe that through power, through motivation, through inspiration, we can always beat failure. We can always beat it, because it was not born in us. We are born to be winners, and we are born to be successful people.
Man, CEO Collins, bro. Oh my gosh, it was just gem after gem after gem on this podcast interview. I can't thank you enough. I've got, I know you can't see it, but there is a page full of notes just from our conversation today. And I can't wait for, of course, when folks are listening to this and checking it out on YouTube, they're just going to be inspired. So you have destroyed failure. Oh crap, I just lost them. Ladies and gentlemen, we did have some video issues, but I hope that as you're listening to CEO Collins, you were inspired. I've got a page full of notes here that I've shared with him. I think the biggest one for me that you should take hold of, it's that it's me versus me. It's always going to be you versus you, no matter what failures you're going through, no matter what challenges you face in your life. So always know to stay abreast, stay ahead of that. And I would definitely highly recommend going back and checking out this interview that I had with CEO Collins. Y'all already know my tagline: stay blessed, my fellow millionaires, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the RNG Radio Show. Be sure to like and subscribe for more episodes and future content. If you'd like to learn more, visit us at danielumstead.com. Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires.